Hello, Bearded Bloggins here. This is vlog number 2. Um, it is the 7th of January 2025. It is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I did film a version of this earlier. And I did it while I was out and about. So it's a bit interesting because partway through, without me realising, because of the way that I'm holding my phone camera, it kind of is only filming this part of my face. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a few outtakes I can share later, and you can have a look at how silly it looks. So I sort of decided to re-record it now, even though it's what was it, 5 to 11 at night, something like that. Because I'd rather you see my whole face. Because, yeah, makes more sense. So, in the vlog, I was out in a town called Leamington Spa, close to where I live. I'd just had an appointment with an organisation called the Warwickshire Supported Employment Service. They are an organisation that help people with autism and other disabilities with getting into work. Yeah, I've been working with them for 18 months now, I think. Yeah, and they kind of help with like CVs and contacting employers, and they help with sort of being a bit of a middleman, I suppose, for want of a or middle person, I should say, for as a sort of go between employer and employee to help both parties sort of trying to think of what the word is now. I suppose they help communicate between, each party. Iron out any kinks, I suppose, for want of a better term. I was in work briefly in 2024 for about 3 months as a sort of social media. I don't want to say marketing because that makes it sound more impressive than what it was. And with the complications of struggling to get ADHD meds, I was without for quite a few months due to supply issues that have been going on it's been going on for over a year now. It'll be coming on, like, I don't know, whatever. So unfortunately it didn't work out, but it is what it is. It's no one's fault particularly. Not having my meds, it affected my ability to do my work. It affected my mental health. And so, yeah, it just wasn't right at the time. Yeah. This supported employment services is pretty good. They're a pretty decent team. I'm assuming it's available nationwide and it's not just a Warwickshire thing. I'm assuming other councils do it. It's part of Warwickshire County Council here. So I'm assuming there's other services available. So yeah, that was today. What else was I going to say? So in the slightly dodgy video I filmed earlier, I talked briefly about the Buckland report, which is a report published in February last year that talks about autistic people in employment. It stated, I think it was, that there's only 30% of working age autistic people are in work. So 70% of autistic people of working age are unemployed, and it kind of produced various reasons or possibilities as to why that might be the case, and it suggested things to kind of help employers understand autistic people, and try and implement those into the workplace. I always get a little bit cynical about whether or not I disclose my autism or ADHD, things like that, because I feel like it opens the door to just be a HR tick box exercise. They can say that they've interviewed a diverse range of people for a position, and not knowing that they're not going to take on an autistic person, because they know that supporting that person requires effort and time and money. So I get a bit cynical about declaring that I'm autistic or have ADHD or whatever. Plus, I kind of think there's no one size fits all when it comes to helping or supporting autistic people or ADHD people, because we are individuals and we are different, and we struggle with different things on different days. I also think it's almost a fluid disability in a way, because one day we might have no issues with things. we might have days where we're, you know, low support needs, and then the next day there might be a lot of small things that we need support with, and so I think that's a big factor in why people are so unwilling to take autistic people on, and give us a chance. So whether or not this report by the government will make a difference, I don't know. It's called the Buckland Report. I'm assuming that's the person who wrote it and presented it. I've got a link to it somewhere. I'll stick it in the I'll stick it in the description below. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I went, you know, I went and did my walk, as I usually do. I did that in Leamington while I was there. There's a big country park in Leamington called Newbold Common. So I quite often go around there, and you know, it's quite a scenic place. It's good to get out in nature and, you know, clear the cobwebs, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I decided I want to sprinkle in a few clips from there, but I took a few photos and videos while I was there, just because that's something I enjoy doing. Although this video's quite long already, probably don't want to include too much more. But yeah, that was pretty much it, really. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say for today. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.